Want to welcome Chaz, CEO of Dover Federal Credit Union. It's been a phenomenal friendship, working relationship during the time that we worked together from 2015 to 2017 and still connect today. So just a few questions just to catch up on the success of the credit union since we worked together. So first question for you is, when we did work together from 2015 to 2017 to lead the turnaround of the credit union, what was going on at that time that warranted our partnership when you look back?
So wow, Jack, kind of a hard question because, as you know, there was so much going on at the time.
Yeah.
Essentially, you were brought in by our board of directors to help us get on track. This really wasn't a great time for the credit union, and we were struggling just about everywhere. I arrived at Dover Federal at the end of 2014 as the services, and shortly before the board had engaged your services. So there was a terrible relationship with the board. There was a terrible relationship amongst the executive team. In 2016, we lost almost $7 million. Sorry. Yeah. We had crumbling and ancient technology, a core system that went down, a few minutes after the hour.
I remember that.
Phone systems that went down every Friday. We had a recent big data breach. We had horrible infrastructure, and we literally had some of our branches that had roofs that were falling down above us. We just wouldn't go into some rooms because the roof was not good. We had horrible morale, big issues with our regulator, and a terrible experience, and the list really from there just goes on and on and on. In 2016, the former CEO retired, and I was chosen as the new CEO. And at that time, I really needed someone to help support me, give me advice, and help me get my arms around how to really get the credit union in a better spot. So, and I think you really helped with that.
I appreciate that. I do. When working together, why was the partnership and approach not only needed, but really beyond just being a consultant, right, to you and the team? Because one thing you share with me, which means the most to me beyond anything of business, but just personally, was something you said to me. You really were more a part of the exec team than a consultant. Why was that needed, and why did that turn into that for you?
So again, kind of another difficult question, but maybe a little bit shorter. So honestly, we had so many issues that we didn't need a consultant to come in and give us a shot in the arm. We needed someone who could come in, immerse themselves into who we were, what our community was like, and what we really needed, instead of what so many consultants do, and that is come in with their list of best practices and start, plopping out their reports. We just didn't need that. We needed a partner that could act and be a member of our team, and not just a consultant coming in to check a box.
No, that's well said. And for anybody, that's what's really critical when you bring in somebody from the outside. What was the impact then and since 2017 that this not only shaped, but really obviously has propelled even further with your leadership, certainly even beyond our time?
The overall impact is really hard to measure.
Sure.
There are so many different things. I mean, wow. 5 years later, here some of the things that we have accomplished are: number one, financials. So 2021 is going to be the best financial year in the history of the credit union. Had multiple years of really strong industry-leading loan growth, low loan delinquency. Our charge-off rates have gone way down. Our margins are higher than our peers. So lots of good stuff there. From a culture standpoint, we have spent lots of time, money, and effort, as you know, making the organization a good place to work, and that has occurred. Our teams should be the most important asset that we have as an organization. I think sometimes leaders forget that, and we were kind of able to shape and instill that here. The team, we really have an incredible and very diverse senior leadership team, which brings diversity of thought to the table. Like the team, most leaders lack the understanding of what diversity of thought can do for an organization. And I think that is one of the biggest things that our organization has gained throughout that, is we really have diversity of thought. Lots of people from lots of different walks of life are able to share their story and provide input to come up with the best solutions, not just the ones that a whole bunch of people that look like me are able to come up with. I think another big one is community. We We talk about this oftentimes because when I started here, I was embarrassed to wear my logo into the community. The couple times I did, I forget 2 weeks into being here, I came out of a gas station and got my head ripped off from a member that just had a horrible experience. I came to the conclusion rather quickly that I wasn't the only one going through that. We've really changed that around, and we are all in now. We go out in the community, everybody wearing their logo wear. Every member of our team is involved in the community. Somehow it is everybody. Every member of our executive team and senior leadership team is on at least one, some 2 or 3 boards that are really driving good in the community. And I think lastly, most important thing of all is we're improving society and making the world a better place. And as a credit union, that's our job, to make our better place. And I think we're really doing that.
I love hearing that. And from a credit union perspective, that is the heart. You're absolutely right. And the trajectory that you've taken, not only to do that, but be able to still forwardly think into, okay, how do we continue to lead and impact communities? Because you got your own shop, right, is exactly what's most critical. So last question, why personally would you recommend credit unions, obviously, or anyone to partner with TSG?
In the end, because you get results. If you're not getting results, then you take a step back. You're not afraid to take a step back and take a different approach. In my opinion, leadership is about results, and you helped us get on track to achieve results. And again, that's what it's all about. Sometimes as leaders, we want A's for effort and A's for effort. But if A's for effort never achieve the results, then we're not really leading the way we need to. So I think TSG helped us achieve results, and that's what we were looking for.
As always, my friend, thank you. Appreciate the time.
You are welcome. It's been fun.